You'll never find another love like mine. One who loves you the way I do. Oh, I love you, baby. I love you, girl. You in my world. Thank you, generator. Joke, no joke in the building. What is going on? Your boy is tired. I've been working super duper hard lately. You know, time to shave my mustache. Hair starting to go in my mouth. It's not a cool feeling. Tina Ashley, what up? Roy Williams. Told you I'm taking questions tonight. Who do you think killed Big? This Amir Muhammad guy, Poochie, David Mack, and the LAPD. To be honest with you, Roy, the dude Whack be running his mouth so much. And to answer your question, I never believed the Poochie story. Um, I thought it was the Amir Muhammad. I still believe it's the police. I still believe that the police or LAPD orchestrated the whole thing. Because niggas wouldn't have got away. If those was regular niggers, you know, not ER, but GAs, like regular street dudes doing that, they wouldn't have got away. Not so easy. The police would have been on them. And then you gotta remember the feds was there, they was watching. So only reason the pol the police I mean the killer hasn't been caught is because they was down with the LAPD, allegedly. So but more recently I heard Whack 100 say that Big got killed by the hands of a New York dude or by a New York bag. And Poochie got killed because nobody authorized him to take the hit from the East Coast to hit Big. So that goes to my theory where I believe if anybody had the most motive to kill Big, it would be Puff. Big, if you listen to Gene Deal, Big just got the deal with what label was it? Uh, anyway, Big went and got his own deal. That was one. Two, Puff had the publishing deal with Big, and Big was writing for Little Kim, and Big lied about writing for Little Kim. So he was jerking Puff on the publishing. Puff and Big had an argument while he was in LA about the publishing. and he was mad at Big, and they didn't speak to each other until the Hypnotized video. But they last time seeing each other, they was Big. The only reason Big was in LA was because of Puff. And Puff had all the motive, in my opinion, to get him hit. Because Suge is in jail. With Suge being in jail, like, how much correspondence could he really do to, like, and what benefit would it be to him? For Puff, it made him who he is today. Remember, Big was who Puff is right now is who Big would have been if he was alive. Big was outsmarted Puff by going to get his own deal and got more money than Puff did. He had Junior Mafia, he had Little Kim. He was a free agent because he gave Puff his 3 albums. People knew he was leaving. That's why the best motive is to kill him in LA. Because everybody would think it's retaliation of death row. That's just my opinion. And then Kadada Jones, who was Tupac's girlfriend at the time of his demise, threw that party at the Peterson Museum. Like, wow, like, what? Puff running all around the party, not sitting there next to Big. He just keep running around, tell Gene to watch Big. He don't get in the car with Big when they leave. You know, usually they Batman and Robin, Suge and Pac. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't want to ride in the car with the nigga. So, Roy, to answer your question, brother, of who do I think killed Big, this Amir Muhammad guy, Poochie, David Mack, and the LAPD. I believe that some of the LAPD dudes that was working with Death Row may have took a hit on Big that came from allegedly Puff. Because to me, he's the only one with the most motive that's going to benefit the most if you follow the money. He lured him there. He built his alibi by doing the skit on Life After Death. If you look at the artwork for Life After Death, all that shit was it was pre-planned. It was it, man, listen, he was upset that Big was leaving and getting his own thing. If you look at him on the last season of Hip Hop Evolution, I just I don't see nobody else with a motive. He's still cool with Snoop. He was cool with Snoop then. Snoop had a problem with Big because he got uh, Big got they trailer shot up in New York. Tupac wasn't there. It was he said Tupac and the dog pound. There was no Tupac there. It was just a dog pound. You think that Snoop and them ain't feel the way that they trailer got shot the fuck up, and then they still cool with Puff then, and still cool with Puff now. And you get him out there, Puff running all around LA, Sugar's in jail. He's mad at Big. Big get ready to leave him. Big done got a new deal. Only reason Big is there is because He's broke. He didn't sign. He just signed his deal. He didn't get his money yet. And Puff is telling him, "Oh, I need you here to work. I need you here to work." Remember, he was supposed to go to London, and Puff didn't pay for it for him to go to London. Once he got to London, he would have got some checks. He'd have came back. He'd have been straight. Puff knew that. He canceled the trip. He canceled the extra security. He didn't want to pay for the extra security because he didn't want nobody to interfere. He, Keefe D and them came to the Vibe Museum. They went over to Puff, said, "Yo, we got you. We're going, you nah, nah, nah. The feds is all over us. Like a cheap suit. Nah, y'all get back. I don't want to make y'all hot. The feds is all over you. You don't want to leave y'all." So the feds been over you, all over you the whole time. So tonight, the day you in LA at Tupac's girlfriend's party, all these death row niggas in the party, you got the niggas you normally hire as street security in the party with you. Say, "Yo, we got them hammers in here. We got y'all." And you tell them, "Nah, nah, go ahead, get back." You clearing the way for Big to get murdered. Allegedly. That's just my opinion. So, Roy, you got me over here venting on that question. So, my new theory being that recently I heard Wax say this within the last month that Poochie got killed allegedly because he took a hit out. He took the money that somebody from the East Coast put on Big's head for killing what you call it. He got killed for killing Big because nobody on the West authorized him to do that. So I think he's kind of insinuating that somebody from the West Coast, somebody heavy from the West Coast, got Poochie hit for killing Big because nobody told him to take the East Coast niggas' money to hit Big. Now I heard him say that. Y'all go and find the interview yourselves for where he said it. I think it was on Clubhouse. So if what Wax said is true, then he feeds my theory that allegedly Puff is the one that got Big killed. Just because he got killed over in California, don't mean that nigga from New York couldn't have got him hit. Nigga, you leaving me. You the number one rapper in the world. You didn't sign with me and Clive Davis. You went over to a whole nother label. You lied to me about writing for Little Kim. So you jerked me on the publishing. Shit. And then he lowered him there. He won't let him leave. He know he's supposed to go to London, but he ain't leaving. He's staying. He gets him to go to this party. He was just mad, arguing, beefing in his face about writing for Little Kim. And he got the contract because Gene seen the contract. So if Gene seen the contract with Big getting 60-something million from the new label, you know Puff know about this. They whole word. Yeah, nigga, yo, come to LA. Come to LA, my nigga. LA? Whoa. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, we gotta do this business, man. Yeah, man. Cali? Yeah, big man. Yeah. LAX, man. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Come over here, nigga. Come over here. If that ain't motive for your ass, I don't know. But that's all alleged. But if what Wack is saying, if he's saying Poochie got killed because he took the the bag of a New York nigga, that's what he said, or East Coast or New York nigga is what he said, and they killed Poochie because nobody told his ass to kill Big from the West. He definitely hit my conspiracy theory that somebody from New York got Big killed. They just brought his ass to California to get him killed. Big outsmarted Puff. Brooklyn Mint is turned into Sean John. Yo, the notorious B.I.G. turned into fucking Puff Daddy. Then Diddy, then Puff Daddy, then P. Diddy, then Diddy, then Love. All of them is just spawned from the notorious Big B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls. Brooklyn Mint, the clothing line is became Sean John. Mace became Little C's. And then he got all the features from everybody else, from Jay-Z down. Roy, man, what do you ask that question for, man? I got, like, man, Roy, how y'all doing in here tonight, man? What are you talking about tonight, Joe? I'm just taking questions. I'm just taking questions. Too big for skinny jeans. What up? Slay, what up? You live late tonight. You already know, baby. Came to talk to my people. Me neither, simply because the Nation of Islam, wouldn't play or pay. Nobody put on the bow tie and doing the hit. I mean, people wear disguises all day. You could dress like that and go and rob a bank. That don't, you know. Kareem, what up? Exactly. You can't bust stats in Beverly Hills and get away clean like that. What's your favorite top 5 female rappers? It's my favorite top 5 female rappers. My top 5 favorite rappers. It's going to be in no particular order. And this is how I'm feeling today. My top 5 female favorite rappers would be Queen Latifah, MC like San Shantae, Little Kim, Foxy. I gotta add Lauren Hill, 6. I'm gonna give you 10. Lauren Hill is 6. Eve would be 7. Yo Yo would be 8. Who else? Emil would be 9. I heard joints from Emil. Y'all probably, yeah, y'all definitely didn't hear. Um, I put Remy at 10. And like I said, no particular order, but like my 10 favorite, yeah, it was nothing like when Remy did that Sheetha. I was dancing up and down the streets, yelling like crazy. She fucking ripped Nikki Kulo. What is Lil Kim like in person? How's her personality? Little Kim in person is a funny person. She's very shy. All that Sprite can and all that other shit. Kim is shy. She's very quiet, but she's the sweetest person that you probably meet. That's why Sprite got taken advantage of so much. She's super sweet. Big E, what up? Cause Compton in the house without a doubt. All right. Shout out to all my people in Compton. Lil Easy, the game. The Rampart division was a hit squad. Yeah, we know that. Ice Junior, Dipset forever. What up, Dipset? I know I'm off topic, but damn, Choke, you looking good. I'm just saying. Carry on. Well, thank you, Lady Ace. What do you think about the Nene Leaks lawsuit? The wife suing her. Um, I don't know too much about it. I've seen like headlines. I didn't read the story or look at anything on it. So I don't have too much detail on it, but my basic, excuse me, my basic reaction to it is, if Nene wasn't famous, would she be doing that? If she was Broomhilda with 5 babies and the projects, would she be doing that? Mia X, very honorable mention, yes. Foxy, Kim, Charlie, another honorable mention. Bam Bam saying, well, you know what? You could be right. I think he may be referring to the big thing. Next question. West Coast gang culture has had the worst impact on hip hop and in our community across the U.S. If you say so. Interesting thought, though. I just I'm producing this show right now. I can't tell y'all about it until it's done. But I told you I'm back out in the industry, so I'm producing this reality show. But I had a conversation with this dude that was a gangbanger. I'm gonna say was because I don't think he's active. Um, we had a real long talk, and I talked to him about the gang culture, and I'm asking him like what enticed him to be a part of it, and like he still defends it, but I could tell that he don't want his kids to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't want no part of it. So we had this long talk, and it was real deep and good. And tomorrow I'm gonna drop it for y'all. And it was nothing that was planned. Like I said, I'm shooting the show, but we had this conversation, and this conversation don't have nothing to do with the show, but um, it sparked the conversation between me and the guy. Damn, what's his name? It might be Al. I'm not. I gotta look double check. But um, you know, I could tell. He felt a little way about what I was saying because I'm from New York. Everybody got a. Sometimes, excuse me, y'all. I worked hard. I worked hard this week producing this show. My Dolo apparel. You know what I mean? All y'all that put your orders in for the bundle. Check your emails, check your Instagrams. The tracking numbers is in there. Everything went shipped out today. I'm Paris, I'm Great Britain orders, man. Shipping is a little high over sending that over there across the waters over there. I'm gonna have to charge y'all a little bit more. But I appreciate the support though. Much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody that got the new Dolo with the bucket. I got the black and red Dolo with the bucket, the black and red bucket. Tough. Um, yeah, I'm putting some the new designs. But shout out to my man. I think his name's Waikiki, Keisha, Bev G, uh, Alan, Poppin. Uh, I can't remember everybody, but thanks for all the support, y'all. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. But I'm gonna upload this conversation. I'm gonna upload this conversation tomorrow. It's very interesting. It's like a New York guy and a LA gangbanger sit down and have a conversation about East and West Coast culture. And niggas ain't yelling at each other. yo, y'all gotta understand what it is to not agree on something and have an intelligent conversation and not raise your voice and not yell at each other and not curse out each other and not disrespect it. Me and this brother going to show y'all how intelligent black men don't have to agree on nothing. but it don't like we both know we tough and all this old bullshit, right? But he don't know me. I don't know him. He respect my gangster. I respect his gangster. And we have the illest conversation about gang culture and non-gang culture. You know what I'm saying? Like a gangster to a gangbanger conversation. And, I said stuff that, I'm not going to say that was offensive to him, but to, my ignorance to the gang culture may have came off sounding offensive to him. And he said stuff to me that it didn't come off offensive, but like I said, like if we was these other dudes, like they'll be yelling and getting all high and angry and whatever. But when I tell you, this, he shows you that they are intelligent hoodlums, as we would say on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like just because he was in the gang, he don't he not talking with gang slang and his vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? He's not emotional when he's not in agreement with you. Like this is a real good conversation, and like you know, he knows the people on the West Coast that I know, and he holds Nipsey in high regards, even though I believe that he's on the other side of the color spectrum. But yeah, tomorrow y'all look out for that, man. Man, his brother, you know, and like I said, he's not active. He does insurance. He's a barber, um, and he's a very intelligent gentleman, and got his head right for to be about. I think he might be like 35 years old. So he's probably fresh out you know, the life. Knowing where he going now, because he's still young. So the stuff that I'm talking to him about, you know, shit. He's probably about 10 years old when the LA culture. I know, you know what I'm saying. He's probably like 5, 10 years old. Because shit, we almost 30 years in the hip hop, and West Coast had it strong like the early '90s. So he was like 10 years old, like 5, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know the LA culture that I know, but he knows LA culture. So when we talking, it's a generation gap. You know what I'm saying? But it is one dope, intelligent conversation. All right, Black Fat, Black Fish. So you tune in for that, all right? It was that fake Muslim that killed Big. We all been saying that here in Houston. Next question. Nipsey case getting a trial soon. You think it's going to be a long trial or a quick, speedy trial? They're trying to make us forget that there even is a trial. But I think once it goes on trial, depending on the prosecution's witnesses, um, that will determine how long it's going to be. If they got a lot of witnesses, yeah. If they don't, no, it's going to be quick. Joe, what about the FBI surveillance photo of Amir Muhammad? and Suge Knight. And Suge Knight wasn't there. Suge Knight was in jail when Big got killed. Amir Muhammad, he was on the scene. Yeah, there is an FBI photo of him being on the scene. So, like I said, that I believe that theory, but I still don't think that Suge had anything to do with Big getting killed. I feel like he got lined up by his man, allegedly. And whether it was Amir Muhammad or it was Poochie, I still feel that a nigga lured him there to get him whacked. If Big L was alive, would he be bigger than Jay-Z is today? That's hard to say, but I think that if if Big L would have got the chance to get signed to a major and everything, and he would have came across the same doors that Jay did, I believe that he would have yeah he would have joined the club to be in the $1 billion club. I believe that just because of his lyrical content. Everybody said Puff said this was our last supper. Greasy. Oh, Kelly. But yo, Suge had them LAPD guys on his payroll. I doubt they would drop a guy for Puffy. They ain't dropping him for Puffy. They dropping him for money. You gotta think, Sugar's in jail. Death Row is suffering. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, they already gangsters. They robbing banks and shit like that. Nigga, if Keevy D and them allegedly would take money from Puff to kill Pac, you think the police wouldn't take the money to kill Big? And these niggas is already gangsters? Like, shit. Have you ever seen Kadada Jones, Tupac fiance, before he passed away? I don't know. I may have. Am I? Are you drunk? No, I'm tired as hell. But I gotta come and show love because y'all support me. But I've been running. But uh, no, I'm not drunk. We've been hearing that Cali and New York shit hit us for the blood. Never know. Do you ever visit Brooklyn, bro, for the food and the concerts? Yes, sir, I do. I got a nice Thai restaurant I love in Brooklyn. Day in the life, what up? Choke, you dropping the mixtape soon? Yeah, I'm gonna drop it 4th of July. I didn't want to drop it the same time the Lobby Boys is out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to ride a wave or anything like that. So let them go ahead and breathe. I see they ain't make the top 200 or Billboard yet. I'm watching. I see ain't nobody talking about their sound numbers yet, but they dropped it on the Friday, so the numbers are probably going. It really came out Tuesday of this week, even though they dropped it last Friday. So the release date is actually Tuesday of this week. So next Wednesday we'll get to see how many records they sold. Me, I ain't in it to sell no records. I'm in here for the bars and to get my message out. Eric, what up? Mrs. Matthews, what up? Why do you watch Fox News? I watch all news. Don't think everything on the Fox is bullshit. You got all these news outlets, they all get it from one source. How they report it is how they report it. But they all get their news is one newsletter. I know this from working in television. And then this is why when you watch TV and you watch news, you remember you turn to the channel. It don't matter if it's ABC, CBS, or NBC. They all showing the same news at the same time until they get to the sports and the weather, and then the local news at the end. But all the main stories, they all the same story. They just put their different spin on it. It's just press releases that go out. So Fox News, CNBC, they all the same thing. My top five favorite rappers: Lauren Hill, MC Light, Bahamadia, Foxy Brown, Little Kim. Bahamadia is an honorable mention. She was dope, but she didn't have the catalog like all the other ones for me to put out there. I love Rage too. I like Rhapsody. I love Mia X, but it's only you can only fit top five in the five. You know, y'all naming all these people. I went to 10. Like, I don't know if Rhapsody is going to be anybody's top five right now. She still got a long way to go. Real rappers only. I wouldn't call none of these new crap rappers. Shauna, Chi-Town's hard too. Yeah, shout out Shauna. Shauna's definitely dope. And Shauna, not Shauna. Shauna. Like Donna. You say Donna. Shauna. Remy over Nikki. Yeah. Now, Nikki, don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge Nikki fan, but I won't take nothing away from Nikki. She can rap. She can write. She's just not in my top 10. But that's today, you know. All good picks. You don't rate Mia X. I love Mia X, but she's not in my top 10. Had I been, deep in the South most of my life, she might be. But I still respect her, but she's probably in my top 20. She's just not in my top 10. And because Remy dissed Nikki, that's what ruined her career. Nikki not fighting back. That's what ruined her ass. I met Lil Kim in the 90s in the city. She was so sweet, warm too. She makes you feel okay to speak to her. Lil Kim's like a little teddy bear. Unless you cross her. But when you sweet to her, she's pumpkin pie. Have I met Foxy Brown in person? Definitely. If so, how was that experience? I don't know if I want to tell that story. It was a little flirty thing. We exchanged numbers. I'll tell that story another time. Um, just say I bagged her. I got her number. I got her number. Real rap. I'm not joking about that. What about Rod Digger? That's my home girl. Yes, I produced the show with Rod Digger before SOBs. Rod Digger's super cool. She's not bougie and stuck up. She she could land in my top 20 possibly. I would have to really think about my top. I mean my 10, my 11 to 20. I didn't meet Foxy Brown, but I saw her at JMJ's funeral. Someone, a young sister, was trying to say hi to her, get her attention. I warned her against that, citing she's a Virgo. That young sister looked at me like I was cuckoo. After reaction she got from Fox Boogie, I closed with, "See, I told you." Yeah, you got to watch Foxy, depending on the day. Pretty gangster, welcome. You better get off here and get to work, girl. Uh, hey, Angel, you have a blessed weekend as well. Choke, those Dolo shirts came in big and tall sizes. Yeah, I could do up to 4 and 5X. Um, I'm gonna post some on my Instagram. I just did some 4 and 5X, some 4X joints in yellow and green, red and white, and orange and blue, royal blue. Hit me up on chokenojokeproductions.com. Send me a message, chokenojoke at Gmail or chokenojokeofficial at Instagram. Just DM me. The bucket and the t-shirt, the set is 50. All right. Devin, what up? Said Fred, what up? Yeah, I know, Roy. Do I think Crisis actors are real? Hell yeah. So, all these lies they be feeding us out here. Somebody got to make us try to believe it. Why don't more people call Nas the greatest of all time, knowing he was king of New York before all the others? Plus now Cass trying to kick Nas like him. He been doing that since day one. Because they rate the king by money. It ain't about skill. It's about money. I mean, it is about skill, but when you got the skill and the money, and I know Nas got money, but you know, Jay just talk that street stuff more, and it depends on who you talking to, because you got people that do got Nas is the greatest of all times. He was a spotter to rest. Yes, yeah, all right. Esco is the best. DMX is the greatest rapper. DMX is definitely one of the greatest. DMX is greater than Tupac. I ain't getting into that argument. You're not gonna start that one. Nobody remember Boss. I remember Boss, but Boss only had. I mean, she had an album, but she only had one song that I constantly listen to, which is Deep, throughout my life. So I can't put her up there. Lyrically, she was a beast, but I can't put her. I wouldn't even put her before a Rage. I wouldn't even put her before a Remy. Nikki. Uh, shit. I might even put Megan as before her. Um, boss just said that she just didn't. She wasn't consistent. She didn't have that longevity. You know what I mean? No, I haven't heard of Combata. But look, yeah, I'm about to go because my phone's about to die, and I don't want to be cut off, and then this thing be doing that weird thing where it won't end. So I will hit y'all up tomorrow during the day. I'm gonna go live and prep y'all for this choke no joke talk to the gang banger, the LA gang banger. You know what I mean? He said, "Yo, I'm a gang banger." uh, but it's gonna be interesting. Y'all gonna love it. I promise you. You're gonna love it. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all tomorrow around noon. All right. One love.